There's a particular kind of tired that has nothing to do with sleep. You know the one. It's the tired of carrying something around for so long you forgot you were carrying it. The conversation from 6 months ago. The look someone gave you. The credit you didn't get. You'd swear you've moved on. Except your jaw tightens every time their name appears in your inbox. What if the thing you've been waiting for, peace, relief, the end of that low-grade hum of resentment, wasn't locked behind a better job, a different relationship, or a long vacation? What if it was behind one decision you keep refusing to make? Here's the claim we're going to sit with today. And I want to be honest about how radical it is. Forgiveness isn't something you do for other people. It's the actual mechanism that unlocks your own happiness. Most of us treat forgiveness like a favor we grudgingly extend to someone who wronged us, a moral high road, a generous gesture, something we'll get to when they apologize. But the reframe here flips it completely. It's not about them. When we hold on to a grievance, we're the ones living inside the story. And forgiveness is simply the choice to step out of it. That's it. That's the whole video. But getting from understanding that intellectually to actually feeling it, that's the work. So let's do it together. Let me give you a name to hang this on. Call her Sarah. Sarah is a colleague. 6 months ago, in a meeting, she took credit for your idea. Maybe not maliciously. Maybe she rephrased it just enough that nobody caught it. You didn't say anything in the moment. You were too surprised, too professional, too tired to make a thing of it. So the moment passed. But it didn't really pass, did it? It became a slightly clipped tone when she speaks in meetings. It became a mental replay on Sunday nights when you should have been watching a movie. It became the small flinch when her name appears in your inbox. It became the story you told your partner 3 times. The original event lasted 5 minutes. The hours you've spent on it since? Hundreds. Maybe more. And here's the part that's almost funny. If it weren't your life, Sarah isn't replaying this. Sarah has forgotten. Sarah is at brunch. You are the only person still in that meeting room. Here's a way to picture what's actually happening. Think of your mind as a browser, and every grievance, every unresolved Sarah, everything somebody said at Thanksgiving, every old argument you still know how to win, is a tab. Open. Running in the background. Quietly draining processing power. You can't see most of them. You're not actively reading them, but they're loaded. They're consuming memory. And the system is slower because of it. The thing is, you've gotten so used to the lag that it feels normal. You think this is just what life feels like in your 30s or 40s. Heavy. A little numb. A little distracted. The hum. It's not life, it's the tabs. And notice, this isn't a moral framing. I'm not saying you're a bad person for keeping them open. I'm saying you're the one running the browser. You're the one whose afternoon is foggy. Sarah's machine is running fine. So here's where the first piece of this teaching lands. And I want it to land not as a nice spiritual idea but as a diagnosis. The reason happiness keeps feeling just slightly out of reach, the reason the vacation didn't quite fix it, the promotion didn't quite fix it, the new relationship didn't quite fix it, is that you've been spending your happiness on the story. The budget isn't infinite. Attention is finite. Energy is finite, and a meaningful percentage of yours is being siphoned quietly by tabs you don't even remember opening. Forgiveness, in this framing, isn't a virtue. It's not a gold star. It's a key. It's the thing that frees up the processing power you've been wondering where it went. And then there's a second layer, and this is the one that surprised me when I first sat with it. Forgiveness doesn't just remove a negative. It restores something: the peace, the lightness, the presence, the energy. Those weren't things you needed to go find. They were what was underneath. They were what the tabs were covering. You weren't broken. You were just running heavy. Here's where it turns. For most of us, the question around forgiveness has always been, should I forgive them? Do they deserve it? Have they earned it? Have they apologized? Is forgiving them the same as saying it was okay? And that question is exhausting, because it puts the whole decision in the hands of someone who, again, is at brunch. What if the question isn't, should I forgive them? What if the question is just, do I want to close the tab? Notice how different that feels. There's no moral weight. There's no letting them off the hook. There's no pretending it didn't happen. There's just you, looking at the open tab labeled, Sarah, conference room, March, and asking, do I want to keep running this one? Or am I done? It's a lower stakes question. It's a personal one. It's the kind of decision you'd actually make. And the moment you ask it that way, something interesting happens. The answer becomes obvious. You don't want to keep running it. You never did. You just thought you had to. What happens after isn't dramatic. I want to be honest about that. You don't levitate. You don't feel a rush of love for Sarah. Probably you still don't want to get coffee with her, but something subtle shifts. Her name appears in your inbox and you just open it. Read it. Reply. Move on. Sunday night you're actually watching the movie. The hum gets quieter. Not gone. Quieter, and then, because brains are brains, another tab will eventually demand your attention. The thing your sister said. The way that meeting went last week. The friend who didn't text back. And now you have a move. Now you have a question to ask yourself that isn't, who's right? It's just, do I want to keep this one open? This is what a practice looks like. Not perfection. Not enlightenment, just slowly, gently, closing tabs you forgot you opened, and noticing how much lighter the machine runs. The happiness you've been chasing was available the whole time. You were just spending it somewhere else. That's the door these lessons open. And on the other side of it is a version of your ordinary Tuesday afternoon that feels, for no obvious reason, easier. Let's take a few minutes now and actually feel what that's like. If you want to keep practicing with us, you can like the video and subscribe. Let's take a moment now to let this settle with a guided meditation. Let your body settle into wherever you are. The chair, the floor, the bed. Let your weight be held. Take a breath that's a little deeper than the last one, and let it leave slowly. Notice that you don't have to do anything right now. Nothing is being asked of you in this moment. No reply, no decision, no defense. Let your jaw soften, let your shoulders drop a quarter inch. Let your forehead stop holding itself. And now, gently, without effort, let your attention drift to the background of your mind. Not the loud thoughts, the quiet ones. The hum. You don't have to name any of them. You don't have to solve any of them. Just notice that there's something running back there. Something you've been carrying, and for these few minutes, you have permission to set it down. Not forever. Just for now. Imagine, if it helps, a tab quietly closing, then another. The system getting a little lighter. The fan slowing, the room getting quieter. Feel what's underneath the noise. There's a kind of okayness here. It doesn't announce itself. It was here the whole time. Breathe into it. Let it be ordinary, let it be enough. Nothing has to change for you to feel this. Nothing has to be fixed. Nothing has to be resolved. The piece isn't on the other side of the story. It's underneath it. Stay here for a few more breaths. Let your body remember this feeling. Let it know it's allowed. And when you're ready, slowly bring your attention back. The room, the light, the sounds around you. Carry a little of this with you, just a little. It's yours. Thank you for practicing with us today. If you'd like, there's a free digital copy of A Course in Miracles available through the link in the description. You're also welcome to leave a simple comment such as, "I am grateful. Thank you for spending this time here." If something landed today, let it land gently. There's nothing to force, nothing to fix all at once. One tab at a time is plenty. Be kind to yourself this week. I'll see you soon.